Hello viewers, welcome to today's tutorial. We have a system of linear equation we'll be solving using Gaussian elimination method. We'll first go to make the system into a matrix. We are taking out their coefficients of the variables x1, x2, and x3. For x1, we have 2 in the first row, and x2 here is -1, x3 is 3. In the second row, x1 is 1, x2 is 3, x3 is -1. Third row, x1 is 2, x2 is -2, x3 is 5. We make a straight line to separate the left hand side to the right hand side. The first row is equal to 2, second row is 11, the third is 3, what we'll be concentrating at is to make the diagonals to be equal to 1. All the diagonals will be changed to be 1. And the numbers below the diagonal, which is 1, 2, and -2, will be made zeros. So when we row reduced, our matrix will look something like this. The diagonals will all be 1, then the numbers below the diagonals will be 0. So how can we make these numbers to be 0? We're using our diagonals as our pivots. Any numbers that are in column 1, we're using the pivot 2 to make them zeros. And numbers in column 2, we are using row 2 to make them zeros. So let's start with column 1, which we are using row 1 to make the numbers in column 1 to be zeros. We're going to swap row 1, row 2. We're making 1 to be 0, which is in row 2. In order to make 1 0, so which we're using row 1, we're going to make 1 here to be the same number with row 1, the first number here. So multiply row 2 by 2. So 2 row 2 and row 1 here is plus, so minus 1 to row 1, so that we'll have the number here to be 2 and here to be minus. So by the time we're done, we'll have it to be 0. So row 2 will be 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times minus 1 is minus 2, and 2 times 11 is 22. Row 1 times minus 1 will have 2 minus 1, which is minus 2. Minus 1 times minus 1 is plus 1. Minus 1 times minus 3, minus 1 times 3 is minus 3. Minus 1 times 2 is minus 2. So do the 22 minus 2 is 20. Minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5. 6 plus 1 is 7. 2 minus 2 is 0. In the first column, we're still having 2 to make 0, which is in row 3. So row 3 will be swapped with already row 3. You can see the number here is 2, and we are using row 1, and the focus number is 2 here, so which is already 2. So we said row 3, and the number here is plus, so minus 1, multiply 1 to row 1, so minus row 1. So row 3 is 2 minus 2, 5, 3. Multiplying minus 1 to row 1, we'll have minus 2 plus 1 minus 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. 5 minus 3 is 2. Minus 1 plus 2 is minus 1. 2 minus 2 is 0. In our matrix, will change to, we've not done anything to row 1, so it will still remain the same thing. 2 minus 1, 3, 2. Then our new row 2 is 0, 7, minus 5, 20. New row 3 is 0, minus 1, 2, and 1. Observe that our matrix is beginning to look like this, which is the row reduced to echelon form. The next number is this one here, minus 1. We're also going to make it to be 0. So observe that minus 1 is in column 2. Our pivot now will be 7, which is in row 2. So row 3 will be swapped with we have to make the number here and here to be the same. So how will we do it? We multiply row 3 by 7. So 7 row 3, and here is already minus, so we'll multiply 1 to row 2, so it's going to be a plus row 2, which will have row 3 to be equal to 7 times 0 is 0, 7 times minus 1 is minus 7, 7 times 2 is 14, 7 times 1 is 7. Then row 2, 0 times 1 is 0, 7 times 1 is 7, 1 times 5 minus 5 is minus 5, 1 times 20 is 20. 7 plus 20 is 27. 14 minus 5 is 9. 7 minus 7 plus 7 is 0. And 0 minus 0 is 0. Our new row 3 is this. Our matrix will be row 1 will not change because we've not done any function on it. So we'll have 2 minus 1, 3, 2. Row 2 will still come back the same. 0, 7, minus 5, 20, 0, 0, 9, 27 is our new row 3. 0, 0, 9, 27. Next, we have to make the diagonals to be 1. 1, 1, 1, returning them to be ones. So for row 1, we'll say row 1 will divide row 1 through by 2. And we're going to be having row 1 as 2 divided by 2 minus 1 over 2, 3 over 2, 2 over 2, which row 1 will be 2 divided by 2 is 1, minus 1 over 2, 3 over 2, 2 divided by 2, which is 1. For row 2, we divide through by 7. So 1 over 7 row 2, which row 2 will be swapped as 0 over 7, 7 over 7, minus 5 over 7, then 20 over 7, which row 2 will be now equal to 0, 1, minus 5 over 7, and 20 over 7. Row 3, 9 divided by row 3, and row 3 will be swapped as 0 over 9, 0 over 9, 9 over 9, 27 over 9. And row 3 will be 0, 0, 1, 27 divided by 9 will be 3. We'll have our matrix to be row 1 will have 1 minus 1 over 2, 3 over 2, 1, row 2, 0, 1, minus 5 over 7, 20 over 7, row 3, 0, 0, 1, and 3. We finally row reduce to echelon form, which is our diagonals are 1, 1, 1, and the numbers below the diagonals are 0, 0. So we'll still bring back our system of equation, which we all know that column 1 is x1, column 2 is x2, and column 3 is x3. So we'll multiply through like this. 1 times x1 is x1, half minus half times x2 is minus half x2, x3 times 3 over 2 will be plus 3 over 2 x3, all equal to 1. For row 2, x1 times 0 is 0, x2 times 1 is x2, minus 5 over 7 times x3 is minus 5 over 7 x3, all equal to 20 over 7. 0 times x1 is 0, 0 times x2 is 0, 1 times x3 is x3, all equal to 3. So in row 3, the third equation, we can see that x3 already is equal to 3. We substitute for 3 equal to x3 in row 2, which will have x2 minus 5 over 7 all into x3, which is 3, all equal to 20 over 7, in which x2 minus 5 times 3 is 15 over 7, all equal to 20 over 7. Making 15 minus 15 over 7 cross the equality sign, we'll have it as minus, which is going to be x2 is equal to 20 over 7 minus plus 15 over 7, and the LCM is equal to 7. So 7 divided by 7 is 1. 1 times 20 is 20, plus 7 divided by 7 is 1. 1 times 15 is 15, which will be 35. 20 plus 15 is 35 over 7. This implies x2 is equal to 35 over 7, which 35 divided by 7 is 5. Therefore, x2 is equal to 5. We now solve for x3 equal to 3, x2 equal to 5 in equation 1, which is row 1. We'll have x1 minus half x2, which is 5, times 5, plus 3 over 2, x3 is 3, all equal to 1. x1 minus 1 times 5 is 5 over 2, plus 3 times 3 is 9 over 2, all equal 1. x1 is equal to 1. Making this to cross the equality sign, which is minus, it will be plus. 5 over 2, 9 over 2 crossing, which is plus, is going to be a minus 9 over 2. LCM is 2. This is something as 1. 1 divided by 2 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 2 divided by 2 is 1. Times 5 is 5. This is going to be 9. Which will have 2 plus 5 minus 9 will be equal to minus 2 divided by our LCM, which is 2. x1 will be equal to 2 divided by 2. 2 divided by minus 2 is minus 1. Therefore, x1 is equal to minus 1. So we'll have our variables x1 equal to 1, comma, x2 equal to 5, and x3 equal to 3. Don't forget to like, subscribe for notification of new video. Thank you.